Equatorial Guinea has always been a pioneer in redefining what counts as normal. And this week's episode stars Ruslan Obiang Ntue, one of President Teodoro Obiang Nguema Basogo's many sons. On August 27, a court sentenced Ruslan to 6 years in prison for secretly selling an ATR 72500 aircraft belonging to Sabre Intercontinental, the national airline, to Spain's Bitter Technic. Then, naturally, he kept the money. For most countries, this would be a national scandal. In Equatorial Guinea, it's Tuesday. The real twist? Ruslan doesn't actually have to serve a day in prison. Not if he repays Sabre about $250,000, adds some damages, and tops it off with a modest fine to the state. A court ruling that doubles as a payment plan. Justice, but make it layaway. The Supreme Court's press director Hilario Metogo even called this a sign of judicial independence, which is technically true if your definition of independence is independent of consequences. 6 years on paper, 0 years in practice. For ordinary citizens, justice means time served. For Obiang offspring, it's about selecting the right banking app. But this isn't just about a missing plane. It's about succession. Ruslan didn't just sell Sabre's aircraft. He also sold his standing in the Obiang dynasty's fragile balance of power. His half-brother, Vice President Teodoro Teodorin Nguema Obiang Mangue, promptly ordered his house arrest in January 2023, citing betrayal of public trust. Analysts call it accountability. Seasoned watchers call it sibling rivalry disguised as statecraft. Teodorin, heir apparent and luxury asset enthusiast, has spent years grooming his image, carefully balancing his Instagram-ready lifestyle with the inconvenient problem of international indictments. His Parisian mansion and €30 million fleet of confiscated supercars have already attracted legal trouble in France, Switzerland, and the US. Ruslan's scandal conveniently strengthens Teodorin's succession play. Fewer rivals, more power consolidation, and an easy PR win wrapped in the language of reform. But Equatorial Guinea's deeper tragedy is systemic. President Obiang, now 83 years old, has ruled since 1979, making him the world's longest-serving head of state. The ruling family dominates politics, the economy, and public institutions, blurring any line between state asset and personal inheritance. Oil wealth has turned into dynastic wealth, while over 70% of citizens live below the poverty line. And yet, even as the world sanctions the family's Lamborghinis, penthouses, and Michael Jackson memorabilia collections, nothing changes. The state performs justice, but only when it serves a succession strategy. Ruslan's trial wasn't about transparency. It was about reminding everyone, Ruslan included, who's in charge. And here's the second take verdict. In Equatorial Guinea, accountability exists, but only for people with the wrong surname at the wrong time.